From the center of the universe, Toronto, Ontario, Canada, this is the SDM Show with your host, Rob Cairns. The SDM Show focuses on business, life, productivity, digital marketing, WordPress, and more. Sit back, relax, grab your favorite drink, and enjoy the show. Here is Rob.
All right, everybody, Rob Cairns here. I'm the founder, CEO, and Chief Digital Strategist at Stunning Digital Marketing. In this show, I have SG with me, and SG and I are going to talk about his company that builds videos for products in the Amazon Marketplace. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. The SDM Show is brought to you by Stunning Digital Marketing, the digital marketing concierge that helps you put all your marketing pieces together. We are your marketing experts. We are also your WordPress security experts and know how to lock down a website and protect yourself from bad actors. So contact us at Stunning Digital Marketing today. Hey everybody, Rob Cairns here. And today I have SG with me, and we're going to talk all about doing images and videos for products on Amazon. How are you today, SG?
I'm doing good too, Rob. How are you?
Not too bad. And you are coming to us from India. Whereabouts in India are you, by the way? Just for
So
fun.
I live very close to Delhi. There is a city called Jaipur.
Yep.
It's a very famous tourist place, very close to
Yep.
Taj Mahal. Yeah.
Yeah. I have not been there, but it is on my bucket list. So India is still on my bucket list. Thailand's still on my bucket list. And believe it or not, Australia. So there you go. So
Okay,
just a
very
few.
interesting.
Yeah. Do you notice there's no South America on my bucket list? South America is just a disaster. No, thank you. So
Oh, really? Interesting.
yeah, with all the drug lords and everything else. So before we jump in and talk about you and your agency and all that good stuff, how did you find yourself doing stuff for other people to sell on Amazon? How did that sort of develop and come about?
Very interesting. See, I have worked in Amazon in my past life. So I used
Okay.
to be a product manager, and we used to launch features for the sellers to sell on Amazon. So
Yep.
I was very familiar with the lay of the land, how Amazon works, and stuff like that. What are they looking for? And then um, when I started this company, we came across a client in the US who used to sell, um, uh, cotton bed sheets,
Okay.
and we were doing a number of things for them. Today they are a very big seller, probably the biggest cotton sheet seller on Amazon in the US. So we were doing a number of things for them, and this is when we learned from them that, hey, your creative work is very good.
Mm.
And that's how we decided, all right, we'll not do anything else. We'll just double click on creative. And that's how the journey began.
Yeah, it's interesting. And Amazon is probably, except in China, the number one e-commerce site in the world, right? Like, there's no question. It's
I think
big in India.
we were lucky enough to have a tailwind of COVID, because in 2020 and
Yep.
2021, there was suddenly a surge of e-commerce sellers, and people were sitting at home and placing orders. So there was a huge wave,
Yep.
and lots of people wanted content. So, and we were at the right place at the right, I would say.
Yeah. What I would say to you is, and kind of having been in the web space for like 15 years running an agency and then being in an enterprise, and
Yeah.
I have to tell you, I think I shared this with you. I hate shopping more than anybody. So for me,
Yeah.
shopping is get in, get out, get what I need, and be done. And my partner and I, Tiz, we were laughing about this last night. We were out for dinner and we were saying, I mean, she even orders stuff for the house, like household supplies. She's lazier than I am, which is like, oh my God. So, I mean, with Amazon there, it's so easy. You jump on a couple clicks, you're done. And I
Yeah.
probably do most of my Amazon shopping on a mobile. I don't even do it on my laptop, to be honest
Yeah.
with you.
I think that's how it is for most of us now.
Yeah.
And
And it's because Amazon stands behind stuff. And when you run into problems with third-party sellers, Amazon
Yeah.
will get behind the customer and help them. Like they really will. So that's a
Yeah,
big
I
help,
think
right?
exactly. I think when they say they have this customer obsession, I think they are not kidding. They really mean it.
No, they're
And
not.
that's, yeah, they have really outdone themselves, you know.
Yeah. I mean, the other big players in that space, of course, is Shein out of China a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shein's big in North America. Um, Temu, whether you like them or hate them, they've
Yeah.
become a very big player in that space.
Right.
AliExpress is a big player in that space. There's a couple, right? Um, so you decided after working for Amazon to jump into creative space, and you started an agency. Tell us a little bit about the agency.
Sure. So I have worked for American companies. I've spent a lot of my career working for American companies. And when I
Yep.
started this agency, we started working with a lot of sellers in the US. And um, the one thing that we are very aware about the US market is that, there is a minimum expectation of quality.
Yep.
And because of my prior experience in the other MNCs that I worked in, I knew the kind of quality that is expected. And so we started working for the sellers and delivering content. And we didn't do any external marketing as such. We started growing from one customer to the other through word of mouth. And that's how we grew the business, one or two clients at a time. And we have been able to keep the clients we started working with as well. So we have some clients who have been with us for more than 3 years now.
Okay.
And
And
that's how
and,
committed we are.
and what's your agency called?
Dobby Ads.
WX. So that's I like that name actually. It's different and it stands out. So, that's the
It
whole
came
thing. You don't
from
want to sound like where'd it come from?
it came from Harry Potter. My wife is a Potterhead.
Oh, okay.
So so
Yeah, that makes sense.
I asked her, tell me some character names from Harry Potter, and she was giving me a lot of names. And then I really liked the word Dobby. And I
Yeah.
asked her, what is this character? Because I didn't know. And that's when I knew that it's a good character and I would like my company to be called Dobby.
Oh, good. Good. How many creatives do you have working for you at this point?
How many? Sorry, what?
Creative people do you have working for you at this point?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, just a little background on that. We have our
Yeah.
entire team based out of India. So, that's around another interesting story. My team is completely remote, and we are
Yeah.
able to hire talent across the country, and they are working from the comfort of their home. They don't have to, spend time commuting, etc. These are all people who have spent 4 years learning design, and then they become full-time employees in the company. And I think they are, living a very professional and comfortable life, Monday to Friday, 10 to
Yeah.
6 kind of a job.
Yeah.
And we have, to answer your question, we have about 40 people in the company right now.
Okay. Are they all staff or they all work for you exclusively, or some of them contractors that
No, they
work
are all
multiple jobs?
exclusive for us.
That's amazing. That's really
Yeah.
amazing. Um, so let's jump into what you actually do. So you do some video, I've seen some of it. And it's pretty
Yeah.
amazing. You were gracious enough to show some of your work off when we talked, so I appreciate that. You
Thank you.
do some still pictures. Do you have a preference to what kind of equipment you use, or is that up to the individual staff member to take the video and take the stills, or doesn't matter?
So let's take a step back and give me some context here for the, understanding of everyone. So if you are a seller on Amazon, and let's say you are
Yep.
selling a power bank,
Hmm.
a power bank for your smartphone,
Yeah,
in
good. Good one.
20, in 2020 and 2021, you will just get a power bank from China and upload it on Amazon. And you don't need to do anything fancy. It will just start selling. You just need one or two pictures
Yeah,
as
that's
long
correct.
as the product is working. And one or two pictures are enough and people will just buy and they'll be happy with the product. No brainer.
Yep. Yep.
But post-COVID, what happened is the world started seeing more and more seller for the same power bank. Now you had five sellers selling the exact same product, and there is no visual distinction. And now, how do
Mhm.
you distinguish yourself from the other? And that's where, the content started playing a role. How well you
Yep.
describe your product, how well do you do your branding, what's your brand name, and how do you support your customers, and how nicely you can tell your story. And that's
And how you deal with the problems you have, because
exactly,
you're talking about power banks right now. And
that's
it's
right.
interesting when you talk about that. One of the biggest companies in that space is a well-known American company called Anchor.
That's right.
And Anchor's had two major recalls on Amazon power banks in the
Yeah.
last couple months. And
Yeah.
their business hasn't hurt at all because they've handled themselves very well, actually.
Absolutely. Actually, it's one of the best companies who have done remarkably well in this space, in terms of branding, visual content, and even the
Yep.
pricing and the quality of the product. It's all top notch, and uh, and it's a great example started by a very young boy. This
Mhm.
company. So it's a very interesting story for someone to read more about it. But anyway, so stepping back, so that's what happened in 2020 and 21. Amazon sellers
Yep.
started looking for more and more content to describe their product. Branding became more important, visual content became more important. And that's where we step in. What we do is we take your product, we take whatever pictures you have, and we bring context and meaning to the images. And we
Yep.
help the customers make a better decision through that content. So we bring out the best qualities of your product, what it is
Mhm.
not. We tell you what is the feature, what is the benefit, and we tell you the whole story so that we know that you cannot touch the product, but you can look at the images and take a decision in very quick minute.
Yep. And what I would say is some products, and I'll think of things like home decor,
That's right.
clothing, clothing, um, female lingerie. We'll go there as I can.
Sure.
Yeah, you're shaking your head at me, but it's true. Those types of products, and they're just three examples, have to be more visual appealing, frankly, than a
Sure.
power bank or a computer. I mean,
Absolutely.
I hate to say it, once you see one power bank, they all start to look the same. So,
Absolutely.
in my opinion, so I think some products have to stand out more. I know my partner shops online, and she buys clothing online,
Yeah.
and visual. She's all about the visual and all about the colors and all
Yeah.
about the floral and all. And you need to see that, right?
Yeah. And also in Amazon, we see that, there are many times customers will return the product because they didn't understand the product in the first place.
Yep.
And they will give all kind of explanations. So many times we have seen the sellers telling us, please make sure you explain this so that we don't have the returns, or we don't want
Of course.
customers to buy the product if they don't understand this,
Yep.
So it's very
Because
important
it's
to address these issues as well.
yeah, no question. Because then the customer gets on Amazon, they write a lousy review, maybe
Yeah.
warranted, maybe not warranted.
Yeah.
I have a rule about reviews. If the review's not more than one sentence, I'm not reading it because there's so much. No, I'm serious because there's so much crap out there, and
Yeah, very true.
we all know competitors buy competitors' products and then write crappy reviews, right?
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
it happens all
It,
the
there
time.
is
So
it's a whole world of reviews itself.
yeah,
Who is writing the reviews and who is attacking you via the reviews and so on.
yeah, that's a whole new ballgame. In terms of what is better, does video work better on Amazon? Does still pictures work better, or a combination of both? What do you think?
Combination of both works better. The customers always want still images because they want to read the important information. There's something in our world we call as a 5-second rule. So when you are making an
Yep.
online purchase, on mobile phone, you actually have very less time to make a quick decision.
I'm done.
So,
Yep.
right. So we make sure the images are very pointed and they tell you exact information pretty quickly. And then the video fills in the gaps. Video can tell you things which images cannot. Video can show you the product from all sides. Video can bring the context. Video can show you the product in use. You can see unboxing of a video. So there are all kinds of videos which can augment the data which your images are showing.
Yeah, that's cool. Um, how long does it take to put together like a video like that? Like if just say client X has a widget and they want to sell that widget, how long does it take you like from start to finish typically to do?
A video, about 2 weeks.
Okay.
And that's the maximum. And when we work for a long time with a client, generally we can make a video in a week itself.
Yeah, because you know what the client wants at that point, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and nowadays, and we'll discuss that in some time, but AI is making that even faster now.
Oh, there we go again. There's the dreaded two words in marketing, video, pictures, AI. You know,
You
it's
cannot live
funny.
without that.
You cannot live without it, and you can't get to a podcast without it anymore pretty well. It's
Yeah.
I would say AI, I don't think has cut jobs. You're still hiring over 40 people. I would say AI is making how you do your jobs different at this point, not cutting them.
Totally agree. When I was in the US early this year, and ChatGPT and other tools were evolving so fast, and I met many creative people in the US. They were all very nervous that, AI is coming
Mhm.
for their job. So immediately when I came back to India, I had meeting with all my team members, and instead of getting scared of AI, we started adapting AI tools,
Yep.
and it
Yep.
required a lot of push. It required
Mhm.
me to push a mindset change that AI can make you more powerful.
Yep.
And within 2 months, Rob, my company has completely transformed itself. Now, every individual out of those 40 people is using more than one AI tool.
Yeah. I have to tell you, my business, I live in Gemini. I'm a Google guy.
Yeah.
There's not a day that doesn't go by, even for this podcast, that I feed something into Gemini. I'm writing something, I feed it to Gemini. I
Yeah,
have an
absolutely.
image I want. I'll even use it for doing quick changes to images. When you have the base image, I'll say to Gemini, just change the images for me. It's just like remarkable what it can do. And a lot of it's learning what to feed AI, what you need. So what to prompt it and how to ask it to do what you want. That's half the battle, right?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's where more and more time is going. Like, we want our people to be smarter at writing the prompt itself.
Yeah,
So,
I agree.
yeah, one tool is writing a prompt for the other tool. That's how it is happening today, you know.
Yeah. Did how many brands would you say you have on the go right now? Do you have a lot, a little? Is it busy? Is it not busy? Like where's the economy at? That's a good gauge.
We are very busy, thankfully.
Yep. Good.
And the reason for that is we our price point is pretty good, like pretty competitive. We don't price ourselves as premium. We are very competitive in our pricing, which is why we are able to work with small sellers as well.
Okay.
So we would have worked with I would say more than 200 brands now,
Okay.
probably 300 Amazon sellers, and a lot of these sellers are pretty big ones as well. So some of them are
Yeah.
small, some of them are big, but yeah, we have worked with many sellers now.
I would think one of the hardest problems is convincing small sellers that they got to do the work. Like the big sellers are easy. They have
Yeah,
big budgets, they have big marketing budgets. They know they got to do it. And the
yeah,
small seller looks at you and says, why should I invest 500 or 600 or 700? And my response is, if you want to grow your business,
yeah,
and by the way, the web world's not any different, or a marketing campaign's not any different. You
yeah,
have to spend more
yeah,
because what's kind of gone on out there, is, and I work with some Fortune 500s. Unfortunately, I can't name them just due to NDAs and
Sure.
things like that. But I'm going to
Sure.
tell you, the Fortune 500s are spending big money in the digital space. So when
Absolutely.
you've got the big companies with endless budgets, and we're talking 10 million, 15 million, $20 million marketing budgets a year to spend
Yeah.
that kind of cash,
Yeah.
as a small seller, you got to do more today than ever before. And here's an
Very true.
opportunity, right?
Very true. And talking about small sellers, some of them have
Yep.
become, are becoming smarter. So it's like an investment. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
you are
Mm-hmm.
investing in your product listing. Now,
Yep.
today you have one, tomorrow you will have 10. All these assets are going to be with your products. So you
Yes.
need to understand that, when you are selling it, offline to a retail, or even if you are reselling your brand to another acquirer, they will look at how spick and span all your listings are, how well dressed up all your listings are. And that increases the value of your business itself, not just the
Yep.
conversion rates or click-throughs, but it also increases the brand value. So it's an
Yep.
investment. It's a long-term investment.
Yep. Do your clients come to you and say, by the way, we know you're doing these pictures for Amazon. Would you do some special pictures for social media, or do they not go there as
Sometimes
well?
they do that. And a lot of our sellers are also selling outside Amazon. They have their own website on
Yep.
Shopify.
Of course.
So they ask us to do their Shopify stores. They will reuse some of their content of Amazon on Shopify. So they do
Yep.
all kind of stuff. But yeah, some of them have asked us for social media content as well.
Yep. Because I think it's important for a seller to get it out there, because the more you see it, the more you want it. This is why we know brands, as I mentioned, like Anchor, right off the top, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it's funny because it's even harder right now because Amazon's got, at the time of this record, they have Prime Days running, and the pictures are even more. I was looking
Absolutely.
for this morning a pair of noise canceling headphones for my partner for trips she's doing next month.
Yeah,
And price was a factor. I'd be lying if it wasn't. It always is.
it has to be. Yeah,
But the brand name and the visual appearance of stuff like headphones are really important for her. So,
absolutely. It does.
needless to say,
Yeah.
I went back with the trusted Anchor set. What can I say? Good.
It's not a bad decision. Yeah, absolutely. It does also, in the minds of consumers, if you have a
Yeah.
dressed up listing, a good visual content, it does create a
Mhm.
nice impression in the minds of
Yes.
consumers as well, that you care about your listings. You have invested so much in dressing it up. It's the
Yep.
same difference when you enter an Apple store, right?
Mhm.
A physical Apple store, you see the difference versus entering any other store. And you
No
feel
question.
that, wow, this is an experience. So I
Yes.
think visual content is a way to provide an experience to your consumers.
Yep. Because I think that's really important to hold that phrase, provide the experience to your consumer. And that's like a gold phrase that most people don't get. A lot of these products, especially the products coming out of China, let's be
Yeah.
let's be fair, they're very
Yeah.
similar. Take the power banks. What's the difference between the one beside me and the one over here? Really not much, honestly.
Correct. Correct.
What's the difference? Say the headphones. I use a pair of noise canceling headphones that are a Chinese brand, and I happen
Yeah.
to know that Chinese brand makes those headphones for Sennheiser. So I
Interesting.
can tell you what technology's in them, right?
Exactly.
you know
Exactly.
but that's the difference, and brand recognition still has a big value. Anchor, Sennheiser, in microphones, Rode, if you know who they are,
Absolutely. Yeah.
laptops, HP, Lenovo, Asus, there's Apple. There's a reason these brands are king, and part of it is by giving the customer that experience. And Apple's notorious at that. You go, iPhone Day comes around and there's a line of them outside the darn Apple store. Like, you just
Yeah.
look at it. And
Yeah.
every time it's the same old thing.
Absolutely. So you are so spot on. The cotton sheet
Yeah.
seller, Rob, I was talking about, it's a very interesting story. You won't believe that, slowly and steadily they have been growing on Amazon. Today, they are a nine-figure brand on Amazon, one of the top 100 brands on Amazon across all categories. And they
Wow.
are also listed on Good Housekeeping. Good Housekeeping has
Yep.
listed them,
Yep.
that one of the most promising brands. And now they are also available in retail. So
Yeah.
you can grow a brand out of Amazon and make it live outside Amazon.
There are brands that have done that. Casper's done that where they grew online and they went retail. We now have
Exactly.
Casper is
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
they're actually in Canada. They're in all the Sealy stores now too. They've got a partnership.
Yeah.
Um, Hay, the luggage manufacturer Hay. I've got a
Mhm,
piece of
mhm.
Hay luggage. I absolutely love it. I
Yeah.
bought that on Amazon. They now have retail stores. There's
Yeah.
not many, but there's a mall,
Mhm.
high-end mall in Toronto by my partner's house that has a Hay store. So
Yeah.
it's interesting. We're now seeing online stores going back to traditional retail instead the
Correct.
opposite way around, isn't it?
Correct. And now
It's
there
just
are, so in the agency world, we have friends who have companies who help these
yeah,
online sellers expand to the retail.
yeah.
So it's a very interesting world out there.
It's another. It's funny because I was going to mention earlier, and we it got away. I just enjoyed this conversation so much. We were talking about COVID and how it pushed the e-commerce game. So where I started using Amazon, it's worth telling this story, is I hate shopping. So if I'm walking
You
into a
told me.
mall, yeah, I know
Yeah.
I did. If I'm walking into a mall
Yeah.
in Canada, the second biggest shopping mall is 15 minutes from my partner's house. Okay. So a
Okay.
mall called Yorkdale. The biggest mall in
Hmm.
Canada is in Edmonton. And if we're walking in there, I'm going in for one of two reasons: dinner, food, movie theater, or to accompany her shopping because it's a social trip. You hear all this?
Hmm.
There's no Rob shopping in any of this. It's not happening.
Yeah.
And I am at the point where I, if I'm going to go shopping, first of all, I prefer big box stores versus a shopping mall, indoor mall.
Correct.
That's the first
Correct.
thing.
Yeah.
The other thing is, I traditionally don't like malls unless I have a reason to go in, i.e., the experience. And
Yeah.
that's why I come back to that. People buy experiences in today's market. Why do you think last night there was 50,000 fans at a Coldplay show? I know it's not what we're talking about, but that's
Yeah.
about the experience.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's and that's what people are buying, these experiences. People, because it comes back to what I said. There's not big difference between product A and product B and product C. It's how you present the product to the potential buyer and what they feel and
Yeah.
playing on that.
And this experience, again, sorry to be going back to those two letters,
It's
but
okay.
this experience
Keep
is
going.
evolving. So
Yeah.
the world of tomorrow is going to shop through agents. I'm going to
Yeah.
tell an AI agent, hey, what should I buy? Which is the best power bank I should buy? And
Mhm.
the agent will tell you, agent will give you the pictures, agent will do your job, and your shopping experience is going to even become more personal.
Yep. And it's funny because it's people would think it's people your age and my age. I'm 57. I'm 58 this year. I've been
Yeah.
shopping on Amazon since Prime started in Canada.
Yeah.
Christmas time, I do all my shopping online. I hate
Yeah.
stores
Yeah.
unless I have to go pick up something specific. My mother, who's 80 years old, used to say to me, I don't know how you do it. And now
Okay.
every day it's, could you order this? Could you order that? Could you order? You
How
get where I'm
sweet.
going?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that tells you when it's hitting the seniors and the older people,
Yeah.
then it changes the way we do things. And I think COVID just kind of accelerated something that was going to happen anyway. I mean,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
who's got the warehouse? Like, I'm a reader. So let's go there as an example.
Sure.
And books. I walk into a bookstore in Toronto and there's probably two or three books on the topic and probably not the ones I want. And if they're
Yeah.
tech centric or social media centric or business centric, they're probably not there anyway. And they say to
Yeah.
me, I can special order them. I walk on Amazon and they say, oh, I can have it tomorrow.
Exactly.
Why? And that's the reality of it all.
Yeah.
And you're not paying for retail space. You're paying warehouse space.
You're not. It's a time saver. It is, you can shop at midnight. You don't have to wait for the store to open. You
You
can
mean three
shop while
o'clock
you're
this morning? Yeah.
you can shop while you're watching a movie. So I think there is no end to the benefits of this.
No, I know. The world we live in has changed greatly. Um,
Yeah.
somebody was doing some creative for Amazon. Three things you would tell them to make sure you do.
Um,
Besides hire your agency and make it easy and get out of it now.
three
Yeah.
things for an Amazon seller they should do.
Yeah.
I would say that, make sure that you do a lot of A/B testing
Yep.
of everything on your listing.
Mhm.
Whether it's a title, whether it's your description. Um, I think you can do a lot of A/B testing. There is a lot of juice you can extract from A/B testing. Second is have a good storefront. It does
Yeah.
matter. Tell your story on your Amazon store. There
Yep.
is, people go to your store. There is some money there. You don't have to apply any brain. People will go there, see your brand, see your other products, and they will
Yep.
buy. It builds
Yep.
builds a relation. So have a good store. Doesn't do any harm. It only builds your brand. And the third is do invest in PPC, but carefully because you can end up losing a lot of money. But if you are monitoring
Yeah.
the numbers correctly, ACOS and TACOS,
Yeah.
I think you can do a lot of right things by PPC. So do consider
Yeah.
that. Don't be shy of spending money.
And then the one I'll throw in to add to your three is if you're going to take photos or videos, make sure your lighting's really good. Some
That's
people
true.
don't
Very
care
true.
about the lighting, and if you can't see it, you can't sell it. So
Oh,
make
yeah,
sure the
yeah,
lighting's
absolutely.
good.
Absolutely. I think that's one of the basic ones and absolutely true.
Yeah, and there's ways to do that. I have a jewelry store client. They shoot amazing pictures for Instagram. They don't sell on Amazon. And what
Okay.
they do is they shoot all their jewelry photos in a photo box. Very
Yeah,
simple. On a
absolutely.
stand with a ring light. It's easy. It's
It is
inexpensive,
easy.
but
It
it doesn't take much anymore. It really doesn't.
doesn't.
Like,
Not at all.
you
And
know,
actually, to be honest, and at the cost of, uh, maybe it will help. But anyway, I think it's important to know that today an average seller can get pretty good quality AI images on their own without
yeah,
depending on any agency.
yeah.
And this is really possible. It was not possible a year ago. But
No,
today
I
it
agree.
is very much doable. And so just know the basics and you will have good images on your own.
Yeah. And by the way, if you're not gonna be smart and hire SG, which you should do, but and you're gonna shoot them on your own, just take the camera and go shoot 100 images when you don't need them. Just spend your time shooting. Photographers get better by shooting. Believe it or not, folks, the camera isn't the big differentiator. It's the photographer or the videographer. It's not the
Very
camera
true.
anymore. No. I've become a
It is
very
very
good
true.
photographer, but that's because I go on vacation. I shoot 200 pictures in 5 hours and say, here, right? So the
Okay.
more you shoot, the better you get.
Goes without saying. The more you do anything, you'll become better at it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think that's very true.
SG, thanks so much. This has been a great conversation. If somebody wants to hire you guys, find more about your agency, talk to you, how's the best way to find you?
So we have our website, dobbyads.com.
Okay.
You can just visit the website, sign up, and you can place a request for a call, and you can of course mention Rob, and you can reach out and ask for me, and we will book a call with me. That's the
Oh,
best way.
yeah. Thanks so much, SG. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much, Rob. Thank you for having me. You too.
You're
Bye.
welcome. My pleasure. This podcast has been brought to you by Stunning Digital Marketing, your digital marketing concierge to help the business owner put all his pieces together, whether it's email marketing, WordPress security, WordPress design and development, PPC, and more. Text Stunning Digital Marketing for all your digital marketing needs today. A very special thank you to SG for joining me on this edition of the SDM Show. The SDM Show is dedicated to my late father, Bruce Cairns. Dad, I miss you very much every day. My mother, Ann Cairns, who's still doing really well and is an inspiration. And of course, Tiz Maroney. And Tiz, I know I've said it, but thank you so much for all the inspiration you give me every day.